Welcome to Super Science Bhagavad-Gita, the highest, most prime, and the only complete knowledge which answers every possible question. My first idea was to play original Osho's audio in Hindi on Gita Darshan and then give my point of view. Because Osho is a great speaker, he has the talent that makes people spellbound. With all the knowledge he gathered reading 100,000 plus books, and his art of funny storytelling makes his lectures more entertaining. But most importantly, are you giving correct explanations? Because many people just used to listen to him for entertainment. I planned on switching to my first idea in between because Bhagavad Gita is more popular among Indians. So obviously Hindi would have brought more audience for my sessions, and probably that was one of the reasons I stopped making videos in between. There are other reasons as well. So, what do you say, guys? Should I continue in English? Because if you see the other end of the story from the opposite side of the coin, now Bhagavad Gita is famous among Westerners as well, and English is the future and is the most spoken language. And guys, only Bhagavad Gita gives you complete knowledge. Any other scriptures won't give you that. All other scriptures are already included in Bhagavad Gita, including science, because first Krishna will explain things to Arjuna using same scientific Big Bang concepts. And when Arjuna is not satisfied, in the same way, NASA people who say we don't know why the universe started, why did life begin, so they still are unable to find it. That same question is asked by Arjuna. So Krishna takes him a level ahead and introduces him to Bhagavad Gita. And that's why I call Gita as super science. So there's no need for any other scriptures. Comment on my video and share your point of view. The other thing I would like to mention is that you know how hard scientists keep on trying to explore the universe to know the answers of why life begins. They are on the right track. They are using the most of their brains, and soon they will get their answer the same way I got and many others have got in the past, only via Bhagavad Gita. And Gita is nothing but all practical, so you must have your own version and way of observations to get all the answers. So basically, Gita is you only, your true self. The best example to give here is Buddha, who wandered here and there for supreme knowledge and went to many saints, and they all gave up on him and told Buddha, "We gave you what we had, and we don't know why you are not getting enlightenment." So, in the end, when Buddha gave up his desire for the highest knowledge as well, which is probably the highest desire one can wish for, Buddha sat under a tree without any desire and was in state zero, and then finally he had enlightenment. So, firstly, there is all the struggle which scientists like Einstein's are involved in. But when you don't get all your answers to why you gave up everything, then probably it's the beginning of a new life for you. The answer lies within you. You need to explore deep inside and not outside, the same way Einstein was spellbound after reading Bhagavad Gita. And you will not be able to wake up from the deception that it will not happen. So I'm continuing with my lecture. You pay attention to what was there before, what is there now, and will happen in the future also. You may not even be able to see it, but it is there. You search for it only, you find it only. The search for truth in life begins with examination of falsehood. To know the false as the false, knowing the false as the false, recognizing the false as the false is the basis of discovering the truth. We have no other basis to find the truth. How do we find what reality is? What is the truth? We can just start with what is false. Many times great confusion arises because it can be said that unless we know the truth, how will we know what is false? Unless we know the truth, how will we know what is false? So it is very important to pay attention. Only if you know the truth will you be able to know the lie. and we don't know the truth. But the opposite can also be said, and the sophists have also been giving the opposite argument. They say that unless we know what is false, how will we understand what is true? This circular logic is like that of the egg and the hen. Who came first? If we consider this example that the egg came first or the hen first, if we say that the hen comes first, then we are in trouble because the hen cannot exist without eggs. If we say that the egg is first, then the same difficulty arises because the egg will not be kept without a hen. But one has to start from somewhere. Otherwise, there is no beginning anywhere in that vicious circle. If identified correctly, the chicken and the egg are not two different things. You can say also hen. When we consider them different, and that is why a vicious circle is created. The egg is in the process of becoming a hen, and the hen is in the process from which egg will be produced. They are not two different processes, but they are two parts of the same process, of the part of the same wave. For the person who is not aware about this, for him, hence the vicious circle arises as to who came first. None of them are first, they are together, are simultaneous, and have the same process. Egg is the hen, and hen is the egg as well. This is almost like the question of truth and untruth. That which we call false, its the basis is also true, because even that untruth appears as truth. That is also visible. There is a rope lying, but a snake is visible in the darkness instead. The sight of snake is completely unreal. We go closer and find out that there is no snake, but instead there is a rope. That rope may have looked like a snake, but there was a rope inside of our seeing. The existence of rope is true. That snake was visible for a moment, then was no longer visible. It was unreal. But that too, there was truth in its base too, in its substance. Somewhere deep down there was truth. It is only through the realization of that reality, through the reflection of that truth, that one can perceive even untruth. Behind the waves there is the ocean, behind the mortal there is nectar, behind the body there is the soul, behind the matter there is God. Even if matter is felt, then it is felt only because of the reflection of God, otherwise it cannot be felt. You are standing on the bank of a river and your reflection is formed below. That reflection is definitely not you, but that reflection is not there without you either. Certainly, that reflection is not real. It is just an image made on water, but still the truth is there from where the reflection is coming. I got a glimpse of untruth and truth for a moment. If we hold tightly to the form that reality has taken for a moment, we hold on to the untruth. And if we recognize from that figure that which was formless, qualityless, reflected in that figure for a moment, then we grasp the truth. But where we stand, there is a world of shapes. Where we stand, only the results are visible. Our eyes are bent in such a way that we cannot see who is standing on the bank of the river. The reflection formed in the river water is visible only. We have to start from that. We will have to start from the false. We are in a dream, so we have to start from the dream itself. If we continue to recognize the dream properly, the dream will disappear. This is very interesting thing. It is amazing to experiment sometimes. Every night before going to sleep, remember this. Remember only one thing while sleeping, that when the dream comes, I should remain conscious that it is a dream. It will be very difficult, but it is very possible. You keep falling asleep, and you keep remembering, so that as soon as the dream comes, I will know that it is a dream. This becomes possible within a few days. This memory enters even during the sleep. It goes into the unconsciousness.